That's it's interesting. You say did remote view and you sent me over. That's you want your narrator to share that? You know, part of the thing with like this, I'm trying to think. I mean, as far as like we have in the higher classes, like people or like that people have like like I said, a lot of this the sort of people in the higher classes who are like into the rhetoric. I don't know what they how you can be educated and still be you get affiliated with a bunch of these parties in that way. But like the thing is this like as far as like if you know to pay higher tax, there's people who like don't you know like to why you know it's the Republican Party's gonna make sure they don't pay higher taxes. You know, that's the thing. If higher taxes and things, you know, like if they raise the taxes on the higher classes, you know, you know it was going to provide a national health care system, you know, um, they have it. They have it. They have. I mean, one thing I didn't always know because a lot of like wealthy people, like where I grew up, like they, you know, like a lot of wealthy people who are, you know, adults when I was young, you know, or like older, like the way they talked indicated like the issue of like they don't want to pay higher taxes, like that was sort of serious, like you know, like they were, you know, like you know, it's like that was serious. That like you know, yeah, well, you know, successful, you know, they don't want to. Let me tell you something. Once he's very successful and in the markets and everything, they have it. They have it. I mean, they have it. I mean, they have. If it went, if our legislators were serious about designing a situation where there'd be national health care, if wealthy people paid higher taxes, the wealthy people have it. The issue of like not wanting their taxes raised, um, is not. No one's. You know, it's not. And by the way, like I said, that tax cuts on the when they Bush did his tax cuts for the wealthy. It you know, like I said, people who are in the higher classes got a check for like you know $600. I mean, it wasn't anything. I mean, it wasn't. It's a game, but it's like it's part of the rhetoric is that they're going to keep the taxes down on wealthy people. Wealthy people have it to spend. If it you know it won't be they'll be fine if it went. But also the question is where do the tax dollars go? Because they don't even go to infrastructure. I mean we're not. But if we had legislators that were serious about moving towards a national healthcare system, you know, people in the higher classes like have it to spend. Their concern about like higher taxes is just kind of like a attitude or something. Who the hell knows? I mean, I don't even really know what that's about. Like when people make that much money and then they're like, you know, like they really like telling people like, yeah, they're trying to raise my taxes, but at the same time, we don't really. I don't really understand where anyone's tax dollars are going because they don't seem to be going anywhere. They're not. Like I said, there's over 200 bridges in the country in danger of collapsing. Like it really, that is something that some legislator with a brain in his head should address. Like, where do the tax dollars go? Because certainly, like people do pay a lot in taxes who are wealthy, but I mean, they have it. The you know, but I mean, where's it going? I don't know. But part of it is, I mean, I expect people who are like in the political class and who are legislators like to what would I want them to be thinking about, like something I don't know, I don't have the expertise, like right in what way could we move towards national health care and like how do they do it in Germany? I mean in Germany, you know, my friend Boris, he said, well, in my society we pay very high taxes, and people like me, he said, but you see, but that if that's the cost, you know, that's the cost of having a civilization. You know, everybody has health care, wages are good, like it's a functioning society, unlike this like primitive place he was in called like, you know, America, where like, you know, it's like, you know, it's like, you know, it's not, you know, but I mean, he said, like, no, well, if that's the cost, that's the cost. We pay high taxes, but there in Germany, like, they pay higher taxes and they see the results. That is like everybody gets an education. Everybody is, you know, can go. Everyone has health care. Even a worker is paid well, so there isn't like class war hostility. Right here, he says, well, if that's the cost, that's the cost. I'll pay higher taxes. He has it to spend. So do all wealthy people. But the point is, why? What the legislators have to explain where it want? Can we? There's no. I mean, what's the point of having a political class if they don't like? You know, do they not know how we could design such a society? Do we all? Can we? What? How did you know? We model ourselves on Germany. I hear it's terrific over there.